He is Risen by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. Read for LibriVox.org by Michelle Grebe from Quebec, Canada. He is risen, he is not here. Come the dark grave anear, and see the angel of light in his robe of dazzling white to your longing eyes appear. Listen, be of good cheer. Love shall dispel all fear. Fled is the sad, lone night. He is risen. O Lord and Saviour dear, make the truth shine so clear unto our grief-dimmed sight. Make the glad word so bright as to dry every tear. He is risen. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Easter Song by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. Read for LibriVox.org by Bruce-Kachuk. The song of the sap from its mother's lap, springing to welcome the Easter day. The song of the wood that groweth good, with the sap that riseth and will not stay. Clear harmonies of the fluted trees, the organ pipes of the bird and bee, the voice that wells from the leaflet cells, a hidden murmur of melody. The opening sheath of the willow's wreath, chorus of birds high carolling, the cymbaled psalm of the air's soft palm, closing after the cleaving wing. The patter of showers, the waving flowers, the symphony of the south wind free, the vibrant harp of the ice-clad scarp, struck to the chord of the sounding sea. The whir of wings, the bubbling springs, the bursting ice and the melting snow, the rapids' roar and the rippling shore, the unchained brooks and the river's flow, the nestling broods, the interludes of chirp and trill, of coo and call, the loosening hold of the leaf bud's fold, and the resurrection of each and all. Let the paean rise in the eastern skies, while planets sing on their mystic ways. With heart and voice, earth and heaven rejoice, and the song of life be a song of praise. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Blithe Young Spring by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. Read for LibriVox.org by Bruce-Kachuk. She is dancing along, tiptoe, the blithe young spring. She is near. She calleth the winds to blow, and the ice and snow vanish from field and mere. She is dancing along, tiptoe, to the song of the vireo, and the rivulets tremble and hear. She calleth the winds to blow, and the ferns and the grasses low, and the daffodils appear. She is dancing along, tiptoe, and the clods and the rootlets know 'tis the springtide of the year. She calleth the winds to blow, and the streams and the fountains flow with a melody fresh and clear. She calleth the winds to blow. She is dancing along, tiptoe. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Prythee Haste by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. Read for LibriVox.org by Bruce-Kachuk. Snowdrop, crocus, prythee haste, call the heedless spring. Over winter's snowy waste woo her gently, and thou mayst, sweetly dallying. Snowdrop, crocus, Prythee haste! Birds that erst her coming graced, Bluebird, robin, sing! Over winter's snowy waste, where the frost its flow'rets traced, sound her welcoming. Snowdrop, crocus, Prythee haste! Down the wood path where she paced flits the thrush's wing, over winter's snowy waste. Willow buds but half unlaced, slip your dainty string. Over winter's snowy waste, Snowdrop, crocus, Prythee haste! End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
The Epigaea by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins, read for LibriVox.org by Michelle Grebe. Out of the wood's dim sepulchre, fresh from the shrouding leaves, bloom the flowers for Easter morning, and my heart their pledge receives of the Lord of the resurrection, who death and loss retrieves. Sweet to my sense their presence, lovely their soft pink flush, as the dayspring lights the heavens in the Easter morning's hush. So the message of life perfumes them, and kindles their tender blush. See, life from death awaketh, the mold-sprung blossoms say. Angels from sealed sepulchre have rolled the stone away. Christ is risen, and through the shadow streams the eternal day. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Resurrection by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins, read for LibriVox.org by Diane Alailima. Resurrection. Rejoice, the veil is rent, the earth awakes, and nature's long sad Lent spring's beauty breaks. Behold, now opened wide the radiant room, while angels sit beside the unsealed tomb. And risen, waiting near, the Saviour stands, with gaze serene and dear, and outstretched hands. Rabboni, Mary, stay, 'twas he replied, 'tis resurrection day, and death hath died. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Easter Day by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins, read for LibriVox.org by Michelle Grebe. On Easter Day the risen Lord walks through earth's garden fair and broad, and calls to every leaf and flower in tone of sweet commanding power. Nature obeys the gracious word, and springs to life with glad accord of bloom and song the skies toward, in full and fresh creative dower, on Easter Day. So hears the soul the voice of God, and takes the Spirit's shining sword to pierce the shades of death that lower, reveal the resurrection hour that shall immortal life afford, on Easter Day. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
The Snowdrop Comes by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins, read for LibriVox.org by Bruce Kachuk. The snowdrop comes on Easter Day, nor long the crocus shall delay. And soon, soon the daisies bloom, the Mayflower finds its own sweet room, and flaunts the dandelion gay. Life with its glad, exultant sway, earth, sky, in bridal fresh array, while, usher of the bride and groom, the snowdrop comes. Hear what the pure shy blossoms say: "Though the fields are bare, and skies are gray, and life seems shrouded o'er with gloom, an angel sits within the tomb, in robes of white, to praise and pray. The snowdrop comes." End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. An Easter Angel by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. Read for LibriVox.org by Bruce-Kachuk. An Easter angel, pure and white, shone forth to my astonished sight. "Whence art thou?" lo, I said, "to meet me where I sought the dead, with all the radiance of thy dazzling light, O Easter angel?" God called me from the gloom of death and night, that shrouds the patient earth, o'er her to shed glory instead. An Easter angel! I am the snowdrop by life's silent might, risen from wintry frosts to beauty bright, by spring's glad fountains fed, all resurrection in my coming pledged, token that death and darkness take their flight. An Easter angel. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
O Lighted Tomb by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. Read for LibriVox.org by Larry Wilson. Lighted tomb, where is thy boasted dead? Folded the napkin wrapped about his head. Empty the radiant room, where angels through the gloom their dazzling light have shed. "Where have you laid him?" Mary said. Then to the Master sped, who vanquished death's dark doom. O lighted tomb! So wakes the earth by Easter beams o'erspread, to resurrection led. Each barren clod shall bloom, death's empty house be filled with life's perfume. Earth's lighted tomb. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
The Bluebird by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. Read for LibriVox.org by Bruce-Kachuk. As high in air the bluebird flies, and cheerily sings, though dark the cloud and chill the skies. With steady aim her way she plies, on tireless wings. As high in air the bluebird flies, her carols sweet the heart's surprise, and courage springs, though dark the cloud and chill the skies. 'Tis light and joy to waiting eyes, and promise brings. As high in air the bluebird flies, my soul puts on her braver guise, her carol rings, though dark the cloud and chill the skies. Above them all to God she hies with heavenly things. As high in air the bluebird flies, so shall my soul exultant rise, while far she flings all earth-born doubt and care that dies. As high in air she soars and flies, though dark the cloud and chill the skies. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Sweet Sibyl Spring by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. LibriVox.org. Sweet Sibyl, spring! Thy verdant scroll Still let the warm south winds unroll, Till every syllable is seen Adown its pages soft and green, Wherein may read the trusting soul How all things rest in His control, Who fills with joy life's golden bowl, And writes His love in fairest sheen. Sweet Sibyl, spring! Around thy borders as we stroll, We learn the pure, the perfect whole, So full of promise is thy mien, Of all the year the prophet queen, Bright type of birth and pledge of goal, Sweet Sibyl, spring! End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Ring! Easter Carols by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. Read for LibriVox.org. Ring, Easter carols, ring! Bluebird and robin sing, Thrilling the air, springtide declare. Waft on your joyous wing Glints of bright blossoming. Let your glad voices bring Hopes sweet and rare. Ring, Easter carols! Now to God's love we cling, Trustful and worshipping, Soaring in prayer. Heaven is so fair, Christ is our offering. Ring, Easter carols! End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Bridal Festival by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. Read for LibriVox.org. Nature, in sweet bewilderment, From out her snowy vesture creeps. The gentle spring, forgetful, sleeps, Lulled in her dream of deep content. Dream that in rosy hopes will break, When dancing o'er the daisied lea Shall step the bride Persephone, And all the earth to life awake. Shy Nature kneels in trembling guise, Her pure brow white as driven snow, Her fleecy robes the south winds blow. Love's mystery lights her dewy eyes. She hears the ripple on the shore, The tuneful bluebird cleave the skies. Her heart leaps up in glad surprise, To know her hour has come once more. Swift-footed bride Persephone, How blush the meadows at thy tread! The oak unfurls his banners red, And swallows come across the sea. The downy willow from her shroud Hangs out her tassel's yellow bloom. The nestling fern unrolls its plume. The modest woods are veiled in cloud. How gleams the golden oriole, Outglancing from her swinging nest, Her chirping brood beneath her breast, While songs of joy to nature roll. Ring every golden buttercup, A bell of bridal festival. Weave white the daisy coronal, And gather all the sweetness up. The chrysalid with rapture stirs, The water beetle feels more nigh His glory of the dragonfly, And nectar fills the flower spurs. Down in the confidential green Of clover fields the insects hum, While myriad creatures pipe and drum, And live their busy life unseen. The flowers of the Indian corn droop their fair feathers o'er the sheath, And all their pollen grains bequeath, That golden harvests may be born. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Miracle of Life by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. Read for LibriVox.org by Michelle Grebe. Bewildering miracle of life! The brooding nest, the swelling bud, the rushing river at its flood, and spring with all its promise rife. Now nature calls from star to clod all things to fruitful blossoming. The resurrection soul of spring speaks out the vernal thought of God. For birth is holy as a shrine, and sacred is the hidden germ. The seed is sown when faith is firm, and nature's vestal hour divine. From birth to death, from death to birth, so sing the swift recurring years. The chant rolls on in other spheres, Behold, I make new heavens and earth. New senses, new rewards of sense, the spectrum filled all dark lines bright. Released from this close fettered sight, we see life's fuller evidence. And music unimagined here shall break in wave on wave of sound. No grand chord silent, and no bound to limit the enfranchised ear. Fresh miracle and fresh desire, and nature's still enlarging scope, a deeper faith, a broader hope, a steadier purpose to aspire. New inspiration rounding life, and speeding it upon its way to those great cycles where the day is without shadow, without strife. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Easter Lilies by Louisa Parsons Stone Hopkins. Read for LibriVox.org by Larry Wilson. The pure and holy lilies attend their Lord alway. The Easter lilies praise Him, they of the valley pray. Red lilies speak His passion, field lilies breathe His love, and water lilies image His peace in heaven above. Weave in the glorious blossoms to deck the Easter tide, an offering fit and spotless by Jesus sanctified. And when in bliss we see Him, the gates of life thrown wide, the angel of the lily shall lead us to His side. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.